All right. All right. It's about 6:59. We'll wait a couple of minutes. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sam. I'll begin 7 sharp so that because I probably have about 35 more minutes on the Zoom. I found out Google Meets has like an hour, like 60 minutes. Might be something I'll do in the future. Keeping it free. All right. It's 7 o'clock. It's official. Good evening, friends and new faces alike. I am Ty Nguyen. I am your Team Region 10 juror lead. Tara Torres is in the car. She is the Team 10 uh, director. And she will be at the lead um, on Saturday, April 13th, which is 9 days away. So let's kind of begin. Okay, let's see. Chat. Okay, what's up? Shout out. All right. So I'm gonna try to run it as quickly as possible because your time is valuable. So I'm gonna share my screen and kind of get to going. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. Um, for those who need our contact on the day of team, here are our cell phone numbers. You can take a screenshot or um, you can just record it later since I'm recording this. But that's my cell phone. That's Tara's cell phone in case we need to put out any fires. Okay. The second most important thing, if you have not signed up for the remind. Please do. Shout out to those who have. It's Team 10 Texas, Team 10 TX. You can dial 81010 on your cell phone or have the Remind app, which is really convenient, and sign up with Team 10 TX. This is going to be our primary mode of communication in between Zoom calls. I'll try to refresh the Zoom meeting throughout the day. Hopefully, if all goes to plan, Kara and I are aiming to get this all done before noon. Even
Cool.
the area judging, but we'll get to that in just a minute. The biggest thing about it is that for team, um, the scoring system is very different. All the people that we recruited are base or junior base veterans, and some half of y'all are team vets, so that's good. For those who are new, the biggest difference is the scoring bracket, like the range. Um, in in base and junior base, it's scored on a 60-point scale and under 4 ratings. Under team, it is under 3 ratings, and the range is a lot narrower. It's the rating 3 is excellent. It's equivalent to a rating 4 in vase and junior vase. So believe a if you believe a somebody talk. Okay, if you believe someone is deserving of an excellent score, please make sure it's at least a
He's
9.
in the
So it's
hospital.
9, 10,
He's
11,
home by
12.
himself, period. I'm kind of
Okay,
worried about him, comma, that there's
who's
not a
talking?
damn thing I can do, period.
Okay, who's talking? I'm gonna mute everybody. Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness, I'm not muted. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay, sorry. Um, but anyways, so if it's anything less than a rating 3, it goes into strong and developing. This could be a deal breaker for a lot of kids. Um, to kind of give you some context, this is kindergarten through 5th grade. It is a lot more lenient and gracious. This is not a college critique when you're scoring. So please remember that and be conscientious. This is age appropriate, especially at the early childhood levels, especially K through second grade. They're developing their skills, and usually there's a lot of artworks that seem like they're like skill building projects. So keep that in mind. Um, Tara, would you like to chime in?
Um, I mean, just like what you said, hold on, let me see. Yeah, making sure I wasn't on mute. They're little kids and they get their little hearts broken pretty easily. So we just go really easy on them. There's not a lot of in-depth questions like there is at the junior vase and vase level. So sometimes I mean, the questions and the answers are very basic sometimes. And we also do have some pre-K kids too. So not just kindergarten. So some really little kids. I know I mean, I teach high school. So even when a high school kid doesn't do well, it breaks their heart and they don't ever want to do it again. So we don't want to break their spirit when they're in second grade and they don't ever want to do it again. So
Exactly.
yeah.
High five on that. Especially when we're kind of nurturing their artistic merits.
Yes.
Um, and we're here for nurturing. We're not here to discourage them. You don't want to be the breaker of worlds for you know um, a kindergartner that might want to be a professional artist one day. But um, automatically, we're going to be allotting 30 entries per juror. You do not have an interview. That's a great asset. You can just concentrate on the art itself. Now, when you see the replies on the entry forms, it's especially for early childhood, it's usually dictated. The student dictates it to the teacher, and the teacher writes it down. So please keep that in mind. If it's a little too elaborate, especially at the kindergarten or first grade level. But um, please mind that a lot of the younger kids are they're dictating their replies to the teachers. Okay.
And I tried
Um,
to tell the teachers, sorry, I tried to tell the teachers to just kind of put it in the kids' words and just
exactly.
that way it didn't sound like the teacher did it by themselves.
Yeah,
So
we're
if
not
it sounds real,
a little too sophisticated.
yeah, yeah. So if it sounds real, if it doesn't make a lot of sense and they're real little, the teacher probably wrote down exactly what they said. So, or typed in exactly what they said. Because they were trying to keep the student's voice
Exactly.
original.
Bingo. So Tara was gracious enough to kind of upload a copy of the scoring sheet on the jury rating form. And everything's online, so this is kind of like a sample. But if you noticed, it's very broken down and simplified, condensed compared to a vase or junior vase jury rating form. And you can kind of see it's a little different. So please keep in mind, three is good. Um, it's unlike the UIL music fine arts where one is good. So please keep that in mind. Three is great. Keep that in mind. They're going to be scored on personal expression, craftsmanship, technique, and organization. Now, mind you, well, especially at the early childhood levels, from K through two, they are still formulating their thoughts on the elements and principles. So keep that in mind. Maybe it's not going to be as sophisticated again. Um, so they're still developing their skills. And this is where you would normally type in your general comments. We aim for two glows and a grow, very similar to vase and junior vase. So please keep that in mind. And then normally it will automatically tabulate for you, and then you put in your digital signature, and then submit. Um, Hopefully, if all goes to plan and everybody shows up, we should be sort of done by noon. That's our goal. So, but we'll be periodically checking and giving updates via Remind and via Zoom. Don't expect an email because like it's sometimes slow, but Zoom is pretty immediate. And if you need us to put out a fire, please contact us either via cell phone. I'll be free that day, and also Remind. Uh, Tara, would you like to segue that into the top of team?
I just want to go back to the glows and the grows. Last year, and I read through all of them before I release them to the teachers. And I don't know how many of y'all were who did this for me last year, but there were a couple of ones that were a little harsh for elementary students, and I tried to get through all of them, and then I guess I let a couple through, and even some of the teachers reached out to me and said that some of the comments were just a little rough for the younger ones. So just keep in mind what you're saying to and some of this thing might go, some of those comments might go over their head. Just keep it grade appropriate. So anyways, with the top of team, last year we only had about under 800 entries, and this year we have almost 1200.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, last year, yeah, there's a lot. Last year we didn't divide up like normally. If you've been to VASE or junior VASE, we divide up the jurors, and they go like these are going to grade Division 1 and these are going to grade Division 2. Last year we everybody just graded all of them. Right now I still have a lot of DNAs, like 600. So hopefully that number will go down significantly by tomorrow. The younger grades, we don't have very many, like pre-K we have 5. I'm looking right now. Kinder, we have 50. Let me look at my upper grade levels. But like in 4th grade, we have 306. So it just depends on if I'm gonna look at the numbers again tomorrow or Saturday and see how we're gonna do the area base. So it's basically the same thing. We upload the pictures. If you're gonna pick 30, you go through and you click the 30 that you like, that you want, that you think deserve top of team. And that's it. It's pretty easy. So, and last year we just all went through one. We all did kinder, and then we went to 1st grade, 2nd grade, and everybody just picked. So it's very simple. So much easier than junior base and base. And that's it.
Yeah, it's a lot more condensed, and considering it's remote, it should be we should I'm not saying breeze through because there may be some absentee judges, but for the most part it should be a very efficient day, and hopefully goal wise we'll be done before noon, so that way we can go about our day. Does anybody have any questions before we depart? Because we want to make sure we answer as much as possible. Linda? Linda?
Unmute myself. Okay, so I've done junior VASE, I've done high school VASE, and keeping within your comments, Tara, about harsh, that's, I don't want to be harsh, but give me an example of a age-appropriate grow for a 2nd grader. I know a 2nd grader is going to be different than a 5th grader. It's been a long time since I've been in an elementary art classroom.
Yeah.
So
Maybe if it's a little messy, just say work on your craftsmanship, make sure you fill in all of the areas, don't leave any of the paper showing through. Stuff like that, like things, ways to fix it, instead of just saying it's very messy. You scribbled a lot. That's not very constructive. So
Okay, so
I wish
how,
I wish I would have printed some of those off from last year so I could read those off for you. I'll do that this year if I see any
okay,
red.
yeah, I mean, because that would
So,
just be really helpful because
Mhm.
got, I've got family members that are in that age group and I know how to talk to them. But
Yeah.
this is different because I'm putting it down and I don't want their teacher to go, oh, horrors. You know,
Yep.
how much vocabulary, like elements and principles of art, are they knowledgeable of, or is it more of craftsmanship? Would be a good guide.
There are 2 questions that cover elements of art. So I would at least stick with the elements. Some of them probably don't know what principles are, but
Okay.
they should all know the elements are because they answered
Power
questions.
code form, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Sherry, you have a question?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Um, my husband has been getting all the emails and everything for this vase, this particular vase.
Is it
I
in the
bought
junk
it-
mail or?
No, no.
Okay,
Uh,
because he's part of the mailing list.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been getting the emails. He's been getting the emails and passing them on to me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
So what numbers would we call? What phone numbers would we call if we have a question?
I'll give you
just
mine.
post- Yeah, I just posted it, but
Oh, you just posted it? Okay, then I'll get it from you.
yeah, let me share it again.
Okay,
those
because I
are
came
our
in a little late. Okay,
those are our cell phone numbers. You can screenshot it or
okay,
but it will be part of this video.
okay.
And I'll be honest with y'all, I'm a texter and I'm notorious about not answering phone calls because my phone is always off.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
same.
texting is better for me. If you text me, I'll answer faster than if you call me.
I text and call, so just letting y'all know.
Okay.
I get a lot of spam calls, so I usually don't answer calls that I don't
Right.
know the answer to, so know the numbers too.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Hey, Jody.
Hey, I had a quick question. Are these going to be 2 and 3D or just 2D?
2 and
Yep.
3D.
Everything.
Okay.
And even
All right.
some photography entries too. So
Even so, what?
some photography entries, which is 2D, but you know, I usually don't see a lot of photography in team, but I've come across a couple so far.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I have
Gary, you had
another-
another question?
I have another question. Sorry,
Yeah.
because I came in a little bit late. If they're disqualified, are we just? I mean, just like a regular junior or senior base that we would go to, are we evaluating them too?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just the glows and the grows like normal.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Angel, you had a question?
Yeah, so I did wonder how we're splitting up the artwork, or is that
It's-
more of like the day of?
That's going to be assigned by Tara and I, and it'll be on your juror website. So you know how to do that, right? Have you gone to the juror?
It's been a long time. I was a vase judge for a couple of years ago, like
Okay.
pre-COVID. So
okay. I got you.
It's been a while.
TAEA.org/ is it teams/scoring? Okay, so I would definitely bookmark. I'm going to do that too, just in case. But if you're a TAEA member, please log on the left side. If you're a regular juror, please all log on the right side. Say, for example, if I'm going to log in, it's going to give me this questionnaire. It's like, hey, Richland High School, that's my employer, blah, 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 mailing list. And then just double check, because this is important. Please make sure your
The check
mailing
goes
address
there,
is
right?
correct, because that's where your stipend check will go.
Right.
Everything correct, plus click. Now on the site menu, you'll go to my assignments. Like my previous assignments this season has been 11 South, 10 South, 10 North. So, and then it should pop up because I already assigned all of y'all to Team 10. So double check on your my assignments, and on the date of base, it should activate. Okay. So it should
Mhm.
activate by 7, but we'll be congregating before at 7, kind of like how we
Mhm.
normally do at the vase and junior vase meetings. Kind
Yeah.
of debrief before we set off to the races and hopefully get those done. Now, if there are any absentee jurors, and if you're kind of like, you know, really, really fast, and would like to help out in getting it expedited, say for
Yeah.
example, like shout out to Kelly. What if she does like all of her 30 and she needs a few more because she's bored to death? I will, Tara and I will be able to assign some of the entry IDs for the artworks that have absentee jurors.
Mm.
So even after you're done with the 30, if especially if you want to expedite and help out everybody else, please do. Like
Mhm.
most of y'all normally, like I'm a stat guy, most of y'all do like above and beyond 30. Some of y'all have hit like 50 in some base and junior base events. So if you get to that point, please contact us. But that's why Tara and I will be monitoring live who will be available. We'll take a screenshot of who's present at the Zoom meeting at the beginning, and also monitoring live because we can check juror performances and comments along the way. Please also avoid copying and pasting comments. That happened to a few. One of our VASE colleagues in 10 South mentioned that she caught some jurors just copying and pasting comments and doing a couple adjustments. So some of those jurors are not going to be invited back. Any other questions, y'all? I think I'm running maybe 10 more minutes. So any last questions? I'm more than happy to answer. But if you guys have any other questions, please email Tara or I, or contact us via text or call, okay, or leave a message. That's the quickest way to get me for sure, because I answer all my texts as much as possible. Not the spam stuff, but just make sure you identify yourself. Sounds good. Anybody else? All right, if everybody is good to go, because everybody's a pro here, we'll adjourn this meeting today and right now. Again, any questions, please let us know, okay? All right, y'all. Y'all have a
Thank-
great evening.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care. See y'all next Saturday.